welcome everyone to your last Zoomers class. I'm Melanie Bauer. Super excited and happy to be here. I just want to thank you for allowing me to be part of your program and hijacking your last class. So for housekeeping, as you know, the bathrooms are just out to the left. So if anyone needs to go out there, just give me a thumbs up if you're okay. If you're not back immediately or within a few minutes, we'll send someone looking for you. So some guidelines, we're going to be focusing a lot on that good posture, which you've been hearing for 12 weeks now. Making sure you've got water on hand, making sure you take drinks when you need to and take breaks when you need to. This is your workout. I'm not in your body. I don't know what adjustments that you need and what adaptations you need, so make sure you're listening to your body. And again, taking breaks when you need to, and most importantly of all, having fun. So we're going to do a 10-minute warm-up. We're going to do about 30 minutes or more of strengthening and balance, and then we're going to go into our stretching and then do our little 5-minute deep breathing activity. So we will start. So we're going to get the music going. Okay, so we're going to start out behind our chair, and we're going to just start to work those ankles. So I want you to take your right leg out behind you, so there's a little bit of balance. We're going to rotate those ankles. We want to get that synovial fluid going. 30 bones in our foot, 60 muscles if you can imagine. And we're just going to turn the other way and rotate that out, warming up those ankles, increasing that mobility. And bringing the feet together and taking them back, that left leg, and then just ankle rotations to whatever direction you want. Oh, if you've had sprains or breaks in the past, you might feel a little bit of resistance. Each ankle is a little different. And then changing direction. Okay. So then we're going to start with a very slow march. And we're going to start with getting those shoulders warmed up. So these can be little movements that turn into bigger movements, but we really want to create some heat in those shoulders, work out some of that stiffness and that tension. It's okay. And imagine just bringing those up to your ears and then pushing them down. We're going to change direction, so forward. Again, if we're sitting a lot, we're punching forward. These muscles tend to get really tight. Keeping those feet moving. And then we're going to do some shoulder shrugs. So we're going to shrug up those shoulders up to the ear and let go. So shrugging them up, holding for a couple seconds, letting go. Shrugging up, holding, letting go. A couple more of these. Let go. Bringing them up to your ears. Letting go. Okay. I like what Beth did last week with flicking water. So we're going to start getting some movements in our hands and our wrists and our arms. We're going to flick some water. A few more. 2 and 1. And then we're going to rotate those wrists in one direction. Listening to all the clicks and pops. And then changing direction. Okay, perfect. So now we're going to speed up our march a little tiny bit. So we're just going to start with a simple march. And I'm going to be counting you down for every new movement. And we're always going to come back to marching as I'm new and not experienced with the transitions. So we're going to start with a heel dig to the front. So in 4, 3, 2, 1, heel digs to the front. There we go. You can push those arms. Yeah, there, you guys taught me the arms. Perfect. Bicep curls and pushing those out to the front. And again, imagine you're lifting that foot and setting it down. So working really intentionally. And we'll do 6 more of these. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to that march. into toe touches to the front. So I'm going to count you down in 4, 3, 2, 1, and toe touches to the front. And let's push those arms back while we're doing this one. And again, imagine lifting that foot up and intentionally placing that down. Making sure you're breathing, you're looking forward. I got a new playlist, which I like. It's a little faster than some of the songs last time. And just 3 more. And 2. And 1. And then back to our march. Catch our breath. And we're going to do that same movement, but we're going to be tapping back to the back this time. So in 4, 3, 2, 1, we're going to be tapping back. And you can push those arms back again. Placing that foot down and back with us. Excellent. It's kind of like a tricep curl. You can feel that in the back of your arms. Is everyone starting to warm up? I'm feeling some heat. Okay, 2 and 1, and back to our march. Now we're going to get into recruiting some of those big muscles, so the quad muscles. So we're going to be lifting and doing knee ups, and we're going to be pulling down. So in 4, 3, 2, 1, knee ups, and pulling down. And again, imagine you're just lifting that leg up and setting that down. So anytime we are engaging those larger muscle groups, this is where we really start to feel that heat. And we'll do 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. And back to our march. In the next one, we're going to be doing hamstring curls or kicking your butts. So we'll count down from 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are kicking our butts. And for arms, let's press down. And again, going at your own pace. Starting to feel that heat. I can start to feel my breath changing. Make sure you breathe. Always looking forward if you can. Anytime you're looking down, you can create tension in that neck. And 3, and 2, and 1. And back to our march. We just have one last one. We're going to be going out and in, and out and in. So I'll count you down from 4, 3, 2, 1. So out, out, in, out, out, in, out, in. Perfect. And you can add that little squat if you want to engage those hamstrings or not. Again, it's your workout, it's up to you. I was at a yoga class on the weekend. I love what she said. She said, find your appropriate edge. Challenge yourself, but don't challenge yourself too much. And 3, and 2, and 1. Because you don't want to be pushing through pain. You can push through tension and resistance, but not pain. So let's get our heart rate down a little bit. So we're just going to slow down the march for a few seconds here. Are folks feeling their heart has raised? Okay, mine definitely has. So grab a drink if you want to. We're going to be doing a little more warm-up, and then we're going to be shifting into our strength and our balance. So just shaking that off. Okay, so let's do a little bit of stretching with our neck. Again, your neck's very delicate, holding this big head, which weighs a lot, so using a lot of ligaments and tendons. So we're going to find our good posture, so shoulders back, ears over shoulders, good foundation of your feet, hip apart. So we're going to start looking to the right, center, and left. And if you'd like, you can try to coordinate that with your breath, but you don't have to at all. As long as you're breathing, I'm happy.
Me too. Think of the option.
Left, pausing in the middle, over to the right. So let's do 2 more, 1 on each side. And next time you find your way back to center, we're going to start looking up a tiny bit, not tipping too much, back to neutral, and then tucking your chin a little bit to look down to the floor. Same kind of movement. Again, stretching of those neck muscles. We tend to hold a lot of tension in our neck. Women in particular, for some reason, I'm not sure why. And we want to loosen up those muscles for mobility, for driving, for looking over anything that we're doing where we have to look over our shoulder. And we'll just do 1 more each direction. And finding our way back to neutral. So let's, again, shake that all out as we transition into our muscle strengthening. So last week, we're going to go through the same exact rotation of exercises that we did last week. So we are going to start with that standing row. So again, I know you're used to the bands, but so we're going to find our good posture. So feet hip width apart, shoulders back. Imagine like a string pulling up your head. So we're going to put those arms out, shoulder height, flat hands, and then we're going to do a fist and we're going to pull it back 90 degrees, just really focusing on that, retracting that shoulder blade. So we're going to pause back there for about 3 seconds, almost as though you are pinching a pen or a pencil back there. Just squeezing that shoulder blade, feeling that contraction of those muscles. So very intentional, controlled movement. We'll do 2 more of these. And out, and that's our last one. And then just shaking that off. Making any micro movements or big movements that you need to do. And then we're going to do that one again. So if you move, finding a good posture, arms straight out, flat hands, shoulder height, and then we are pulling those shoulder blades back, imagining them pinching again, that $20 bill that we talked about, or that $50 bill that we talked about. And this is a strengthening exercise as well as a bit of flexibility training, just loosening up that scapula, the trapezius muscles, all those muscles that tend to get really tight and tense. We'll do 3 more of these. Remembering to breathe. A lot of times we hold our breath when we are exercising when we want to breathe. This is our last one. Okay. Letting that one go. Okay, and like last week, I'm going to show you the proper form of a push-up on a wall. So this is your modified push-up. These traditionally have been done on the floor. Again, I'm not a fan of them, but they're so good for upper body strength. Turn the music down a little bit. So again, carrying groceries, doing anything, gardening, anything physical where you need that upper body work. So you're going to find kind of the distance between your feet and your hands. Feet are going to be hip width apart. Hands up straight, and then we just widen them a tiny bit, and you are literally falling towards the wall and pushing that weight back up. Perfect, good job. So fingertips to the ceiling, perfect. And then you're going to be doing 8 of these. And you're probably about 4. And 5. You'll intentional movement, but building that upper strength. And when you're at your 8, just shaking that out. And this is not just an arm muscle, this is a core activity as well. So something I should be reminding you to do is to sucking the tummy in. We have like a girdle that wraps around our internal organs and our spines. We want to be sucking that in when we're doing this activity. So when you're ready, finding space on the wall, hands out straight. Tiny bit of movement to the left and the right, and then we are just falling into the wall and pushing your body out. Making sure you're breathing, sucking in that belly, eyes forward. We're doing 8 of these. Do we think we have another set in? We're at 12 weeks, so this would be the point where we would do 3 sets. Do you think we have another set? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay, so when you're ready, we're going to do one more set of 8. And again, it's your workout. Take your time, make your adjustments. So 8 more of these. These are so important. Making sure you breathe, eyes forward, tummy in. Good job, everyone. And this is another example of an activity that you can take outside of this room and do this at home if you can find a space on your wall to start really working on that core, working that upper body strength. Okay, so the next one is our modified squat. So we're going to be we're going to be standing, actually we're going to be sitting. I always want to stand, but this is a sit stand. So we're going to start sitting comfortably on the edge of our chair. Feet hip distance apart. You don't want your knees over your toes. And we are going to be putting our arms out straight, and we're going to be raising, imagining that weight is through our heels. And then we're hinging our bum back to find that chair. Perfect. This is such a good one for activities of daily living. You're going to notice as you're aging, getting out of chairs, especially recliners, coaches, in and out of your car, toilet. We really want to be working on our hamstrings and our glutes, and our quads. 2 more. Tipping that bum back. And 1 more. And taking our break on the chair and shaking that out. Grabbing a drink if you need to. I won't make you do 3 sets of these. I got a dirty look from someone while I'm speaking. Okay, so getting back to our good posture, shoulders back, making sure our knees are not over our toes. Arms out straight, and again, imagine pushing that weight into those heels as we raise. Hinging back to see if our bum is trying to find that chair. I'm going to do a total of 8 of these. Three, 2, and 1. Perfect. So shaking that out, catching your breath. Next, we are going to be standing next to our chair, and we're going to be doing our standing hip extensions and our hip thrusts. So,
Yeah, move the chair a little bit.
oh, sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
So our stabilizing leg is next to our chair. Can you see me okay?
Yeah.
We want to make sure we've got a nice soft bend in that. And you can hold on to your chair tightly, loosely, fingertips fingertips or have your hands on your, what do you call these things? Hips. Thank you. So we're going to be starting, and you guys know this one well, we're thrusting that leg out to the side. And this is a very intentional, small movement. We don't want to go with momentum, we don't want to overdo this, we're just lifting that hip out to the side. 3, 2, 1, perfect. I'm just letting it sit there for a bit. And then we're going to be thrusting that hip back, so we're working a tiny little different muscle back here. But these are really, really important because our hip flexors tend to be really tight. So we're pushing that back, and when we're pushing that back, imagine squeezing that glute. If your hip flexors aren't strong, other parts of your body come in to compensate. If you end up with pain in your hamstrings and your back. 3 more. And 2, and 1. Perfect. So just shaking that out, and we're going to find the other side of our chair.